Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today for TravelStore's Romancing Travel video podcast to the Caribbean. Each month, we are taking you to a new destination as we search for the most romantic experiences our world has to offer, and as we show you what vacations we at TravelStore can create for you. So my name is Florence, just like the city in Italy, although you cannot tell, my accent is French. I started to work at TravelStore about 20 years ago, fell in love with the culture of the company and never left. Today, I manage the extraordinaire honeymoon and destination wedding team. My passion is travel, but I prefer it with a little touch of romance. So in today's podcast, we are traveling to some of the best Caribbean islands that I like to call myself the Golden Triangle. And these islands are Saint Martin, and Anguilla, and Saint Barths. These pristine islands are home for some of the most beautiful and sophisticated hotels in the world. So let's dive deeper. Let's go look for those romantic experiences that are awaiting for you there. So as usual, in today's podcast, if you have any questions, please put them in the Q&A box. My colleague Christine here. Hi, Christine.
Hello.
Christine will pick a few to address live during the podcast. And for all the other questions we don't have time to get to today, no worries. I will send you the recording of the event next week, along with the answers to all of these questions. And so you can share that with your friends and your families. So thank you again for joining us today. A very special thank you to our existing TravelStore clients. Your continuous support and your trust means everything to us. And if you are new to TravelStore, we cannot wait to enrich your lives with our special travel touch. So now, please meet my colleague extraordinaire, Cara. Hi, Cara.
Hi, everybody.
I also love the Caribbean, and she traveled to the Golden Triangle just a couple months ago. And she's going to introduce you to our fabulous itinerary and our wonderful Caribbean partners. Take it away, Cara.
All right. Thank you, Florence. So today, I'm going to introduce you to our itinerary. As one of TravelStore's Caribbean experts, I can't tell you how excited I am to share my love of the Caribbean. White sand, turquoise waters, that continues to be my happy place, a place to slow down and enjoy life. After all, time is the biggest luxury we all have. Today, we are working with three of the most iconic and exclusive hotels in the Caribbean, with whom TravelStore has an incredible partnership with. We have Stephanie, with Sales and Marketing Manager for La Samana and St. Martin, Francisco, the Director of Sales and Marketing for Belmont Caribbean, representing Cap Juluca, and finally, heading to the island of St. Barths with Marika, Head of Sales for Eden Rock and St. Barths. And now, Florence, explain to us how we get there.
Yes, so how do we get to the Golden Triangle of the Caribbean? So here we go. We created that little map for you so you can understand where we're going and where we are. Most of us here are on the West Coast, out of LA, San Francisco. So to go to the Caribbean, we do need to connect somewhere on the East Coast. Those little stars that are there are to show you what main airports we can do the connection through. There is Dallas, there is Miami, Atlanta, Charlotte, and New York. So we know it takes about 5-6 hours to fly to the East Coast. And then you have a couple of hours again to go to St. Martin, the main airport in the Golden Triangle. For that reason, most travelers prefer to leave the West Coast at night, just sleep in the plane so they can arrive at destination as early as possible the next day. But another fun thing to do, if you haven't been to New York in a while or haven't seen South Beach, you may want to plan to stop there for a night or two, before ending your trip in heaven in the Caribbean. So now let's go see where in the Caribbean those islands are. Cara.
All right. So right here you have a map of the Caribbean. As you can see, you've got Cuba, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, much larger islands that you probably hear of more people going to. But right there in the circle, you've got Anguilla. This is the Eastern Caribbean, St. Barths, and St. Martin. And although these islands are small, they pack a punch when it comes to culture, culinary offerings, tranquility, and true unspoiled nature. And that's why it was so important for us to highlight these destinations, because this is where you want to be. All right. So next slide, please, Christine. Okay, so here's the 3 islands up close. St. Martin, Anguilla, and St. Barths. And today we're going to start off in St. Martin. And next slide, perfect. So half of this island is Dutch, the other half is French. When you fly into the Dutch side, and in 10 minutes, you cross over to the French side, and this is where you find the magical oasis that is La Samana. I'd like to introduce Stephanie, who's on site to tell us more.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome you here to Belmont La Samana in St. Martin.
Hi, Stephanie. How are you?
Very well. Look at that weather. It's great. Today is just another amazing day in paradise.
Okay, so I believe you prepared a little video for us so we can get in the groove of La Samana. So why don't we start by watching it?
Perfect.
Loved it. I love to hear the waves crashing. I can just feel like I'm there. Thank you, Stephanie. It was a great video.
All right, so now let me just take you a little bit around so you get the feel of the property. So here we are in the main bar. So that's our Bay Long bar. So that's where you're gonna get your glass of champagne as you are checking in. Here on this side, this is Corail, our breakfast restaurant, and obviously our main pool. So that's the perfect kickoff for the day to get a nice Bellini or a Bloody Mary. And obviously, as I was not lying, look at this weather today. So this is our beach. This is Bay Long Beach. We did not get very original here. This is the longest beach in St. Martin. That's why it's called Bay Long.
Wow. And
now let me walk you to our lobby.
Super, thank you.
So here we are, that's our signature shot. It's very bright. And look where you will be soon able to swim if you decide to visit. Actually, against that cliff, that's the best snorkel spot. And then you can follow on to dinner here at L'Oursin and maybe get a bottle of, Grand Cru from our wine cellar. So that's all for today. You have to come to see a little more.
Oh, yes. We cannot wait to come experience this amazing beach. And you can just snorkel right there off of property. It's fantastic.
It's the best beach on the island, in my opinion. So amazing, so long. I mean, It's the pictures don't do it justice. It looks even better in person.
Wow. So, Stephanie, I believe you had prepared a couple of experiences that you liked in St. Martin. Christine, can you show us? So, what are those two pictures about? Tell us more, Stephanie.
Well, the beach is great, obviously, but if you want to venture out, and we actually recommend to do one or two, experience on the island, we tailored those two signature experiences for our clients. So here you have the first one, which is Escape to Tintamar. So you will leave the property at 6:30, be greeted on the boat by the marine biologist. So it's actually a French ranger of the ocean that will take you with the boat all the way up to Tintamar, a deserted island, part of the natural reserve. So Tintamar, to give you a little bit of a historical background, used to be landing.
Oh, we lost you, Stephanie. We can't hear you.
Area for the US Army during the Second World War. Now, obviously, all right. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, right. Sorry about that. So yeah, we will take you to this deserted island, and then you will snorkel actually with the marine biologist to discover either like the sea turtles or and the humpback whales that are here to feed their babies before the other experience is in the rainforest. So you will go and hike and in the rainforest to discover the wonders of our mountains. And then at night, you will meet with the local archaeologists to discuss everything about the Arawaks, the first inhabitants.
Fabulous. Turtle history, beautiful nature. I'm in. So, Cara, you also had some experiences that you personally
Did I lose you again?
experienced. And so, what are those two pictures about? Tell us, Cara.
So the one on the right is a little trip. It was recommended, of course, by the incredible concierge at La Samana, which was we rented a Jeep for the day, cruised on over, took a ferry to Pinel Island. And in Pinel, they have all these tables set up in the water where you can order your favorite bottle of rosé or champagne, pop bottles, talk to friends, and just enjoy the amazing view. And then on the left is a photo of La Samana during golden hour, during sunset, which is such a magical time there. It's so romantic. Everybody's sitting where Stephanie is at the main bar, having an aperitif, like looking at this incredible sunset, this golden glow just on everybody. And it's a magical moment. It really is.
It is. And it is true gold. The golden triangle. I love that. Okay, so Christine, do we already have maybe a question that popped up for La Semana?
We do have one. Stephanie, is there a fitness center at the hotel?
Yes, actually, we do have a fitness center, and we even have a yoga studio.
Well, perfect. Then you can go relax, but still do your workout. So thank you so much, Stephanie. So Cara, where are we going next?
Well, next we're off to the island of Anguilla. And in just 8 minutes by helicopter or 25 minutes by boat transfer, you arrive on this island paradise. Today, we're visiting Belmont's Cap Juluca, which is consistently ranked by clients around the world as having the best beach, the softest sand, and most incredible turquoise water. I'd like to introduce Francisco to tell us more. Francisco?
Yes, Cara, thank you so much for this lovely introduction, and thank you for all of you for coming here today. I think we have a wonderful video to show to our participants. Is that right?
Yes, we do. Christine, take it away. my God, this sunset, look at that. Woo! Thank you, Francisco.
Thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you. So I'm just gonna turn around the camera to start sharing some of the visuals of the property. Right now we are in our lobby. So imagine if you come from Los Angeles, from London, from wherever, I think we have a great, great sense of arrival here. And also I come close for you to really to see our beach. Absolutely gorgeous day here. And I also want to show you our champagne pool, which probably is one of the most Instagrammable places, not just in our hotel, but really on the island. So I think this really gives gives a reason to come all the way over to Anguilla from wherever you are. And right here we have our chill out pool, and of course, this amazing view where you can see all our villas, which are just a few meters away from the sand. So you wake up literally on the beach with this view. And yeah, that's it, Flo. Over to you.
Wow. I mean, all those units are so close to the ocean, and I like the low-rise building. It's really pretty.
Absolutely. We have a wonderful architecture, everything inspired in the Moroccan traditions.
And your beach is so long as well.
Yeah, the beach is a 1 mile long, and actually all our accommodation stretches throughout the beach, as you can see.
Fabulous. I cannot believe how beautiful the sand is and the water. Wow. Thank you for sharing those beautiful pictures. And what a spot to take the best pictures right there.
Of course, of course. No, thank you to you and for this amazing initiative. Very dynamic, and I think you gives a real perspective to your guests.
So, Christine, I think Francisco also wants to share about a few activities that he likes. You want to tell us about
Oh, yeah. So I mean, I think we first we choose again normal pictures, not manicured, really that showcase the reality again, like the whole essence of this show we are in right now. So the left is just uh, 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 some horse riding where you can just relax, enjoy the view, enjoy the amazing beach where we are. And on the right is we have many cays around Anguilla and empty island and enjoy, do a picnic and be by yourself. So the prickly pear is one of my favorites. We have a restaurant there, and it's an amazing morning or afternoon excursion that our guests as one of their favorites.
how far is it from Cap Juluca, Francisco?
So it's maximum 20 minutes, but the whole experience can take like 3 hours because we take guests around the island of Anguilla to learn more about the local culture, to see the beautiful cliffs, to see to really to see the to to experience everything. They do snorkeling as well. Last time I was there, I saw the turtles. So it's really, really a nice experience.
Oh, so great. And I mean, horseback riding right there on the beach in the water. Ah, can't wait. This is just so fabulous. Okay, Christine, do we have a question for Francisco?
We do have one. Francisco, can guests use US dollars or is there a different currency that they should be using?
They can definitely use US dollars. And if they wish, they can also use Caribbean dollars.
Well, that's easy. I like that. Great. Well, thank you so much, Francisco. Cara, where are you taking us next?
All right. Well, again, thank you, Francisco, for sharing that slice of paradise with us.
Thank you.
Next, we'll be taking you to St. Barths. Now we can get there by a 15-minute flight or helicopter. And while you could travel by boat or ferry, we don't recommend it due to rough seas. Plus, there's something about the arrival into St. Barths that really starts your journey. We've shown you the beauty, peace, and tranquility of St. Martin and Anguilla. And now we're going to take the energy up a notch as we arrive into St. Barths and allow the French to show us how they combine romance with being the life of the party. I'd like to introduce Marika to give us a glimpse into the glamour and the life at Eden Rock, St. Barths.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, everyone from St. Barths. I'm really pleased to give you today some insights about the island and the special vibe here. And to put you really in the mood of the island, let's watch the short video before walking a little bit around. Je sais pas si j'ai changé la caméra ou pas.
I live up on the rock. My house is made of roses. I ride a million ways. Sunset is where my heart is. Passion is my paradise. Eden, you will recognize it. Marvelous and mesmerized. Picture pose and realize it. Daylight. Alright. Full light on my hand. With the stars above. You feel the love like it's crazy. Life is golden with you. Life is Eden. Life is golden. Life is Eden with you. Life is golden. Life is Eden. Life is golden with you. Life is Eden. Life is golden. Life is Eden with you.
I am so in the mood. Ready.
Amazing.
You, Marika.
We can't hear you, Marika. There we go.
I got you. Sorry, you were muted.
I'm sorry. So definitely, as you have seen, Eden Walk is the ultimate property in St. Barths to get the special vibe of the island. And I'm starting here in our Remy bar, which is the heart of the property. And over here, all day, clients can start with a detox in the morning and a retox then in the evening. So our bartenders are always there to making really everything that clients are enjoying. And all of this is always accompanied by our DJ in-house. And from the bar, directly we can walk into our restaurant, where at the moment, I think there are some late lunches going on still, because once you are sitting there at the water edge, you will not leave anymore. So this restaurant is really there for breakfast, lunch and dinners. And it's located at the water edge. And as you can see, it's really one of the most beautiful beaches here in St. Barths. And from this restaurant area, we can directly go to our area where our accommodations all over the rock are located. So you see here, we do have, in fact, some lovely rooms and suites directly at the water edge. So they're really just steps away from the ocean. And also we do have some of our rooms or suites which are located all around the rock with breathtaking views. So definitely the TravelStore team can help you to guide you through all the different kinds of categories that we have to offer. So we are really looking forward to welcoming you, and of course, it will be you and not me putting shoes into this lovely ocean. So.
Oh, she's going for a swim. Yay. Thank you so much, Mike. It was such a wonderful discovery. And I believe you also created some nice activities for us in St. Barths. Christine, you want to show us?
Yes, absolutely. So we thought not only to create like an experience, but a whole romance itinerary to really discover the island as a couple. So we would start with a fresh breakfast directly inside your accommodation, with of course sea view guaranteed. Afterwards, relax on our sun loungers on the beach, but of course with a lovely glass of rosé in your hand. Afterwards, jump into the mode, a car driving around the island. Let's discover the island. And of course, you need to stop in the Gustavia to make the shopping tour. Going back to the hotel, you can enjoy a lovely sunset massage in your room or in our spa before getting ready to rock the night. So definitely the night will be start up in one of the best restaurants here on the island, somewhere, wherever you want. And of course, you can then party around in the nightlife in Gustavia, and maybe also with some new friends, wherever what you want, being remaining as a couple or having some fun with some people that you definitely will know and meet here on the island.
Wow. Oh, that's just so fabulous. And personally, if I have to add one of my most romantic things to do in St. Barths, it's because it's such a small island, is to drive around with one of those little electric cars that everybody rents and go swim on a different beach 8 times in one day. You can really just go to 8 different beaches in one day and swim in 8 different places. It's just, for me, the ultimate. I love it. How about you, Cara?
I absolutely love it. And I'm not sure I can top Marika's suggestions, as it truly is the perfect day to relax, to enjoy each other's company in this gorgeous atmosphere. But St. Bart's and Eden Rock, it truly is the perfect place to get dressed up, date your partner again, go out dancing, popping bottles, and maybe instead of watching a romantic sunset, the two of you watch the sunrise together and reflect on what a wild night you had.
Yeah, and as you can see behind me, and afterwards you come back with all your children.
So Christine, do we have a question for Marika?
Yes, I do. Marika, what is your favorite local restaurant, and can your team reserve it for guests?
Yeah, absolutely. So without a doubt, it will be Bonito in Gustavia. And of course, our team is always there to make bookings in advance for our guests to make sure to have the best table.
Super. That's super helpful. All right. So, Cara, can you drive us through what are 2 days travel requirements to travel to the Golden Triangle?
Well, the good news is, being an expert at TravelStore, we can help you through all of these difficulties and all the changes that happen, which are daily, truly. So as of right now, requirements for arrival into St. Martin is a negative PCR test within 5 days of arrival. Then for Anguilla, you have to have a negative PCR test taken between 3 and 5 days prior to arrival. And for St. Bart's as well, it's going to be a negative PCR test within 3 days.
Can you please stop?
The bonus news about all of this is that you don't have to figure out where to get it done. Each of these hotels will take care of that for you, and they'll have a doctor come on site and administer the test. So you don't really have to take much of a break from the beach and from having fun.
All right. And like you said, it just keeps on getting easier and easier. And we at TravelStore will help navigate
Hold your hand.
details. So I'm really happy because today we have a few minutes left for Q&As. So Christine, did we get any extra questions that were sent for Stephanie or Francisco or Marika?
We did get a couple. I have maybe a general question. I'm not sure. It's, what is the ideal amount of time to spend per island?
Aha. Who would like to take this one? I have a good idea, but let's say, Francisco, what would you say?
We love long stays. No, we love long stays, but I think more and more we people combining the three islands, to be honest, because the three islands, as you said at the beginning, are so different and at the same time so complementary. What you see in one, you don't see in the other. But I would say minimum 3 nights, at least in Capjoluca.
That's exactly what I was thinking about, especially coming from the West Coast. 333 is ideal. It's a 10-day vacation. It's really a perfect time. Yeah, thank you. Another question, Christine?
Another one that came in is it easier to rent a car or take taxis to get around?
Or if I can permit for some boards, definitely to take it to a car. You know, you are much more independent and it's so easy to drive around. You get directly, you know, your orientation on the island after one day. And it's so much fun taking a Mini Cooper Cabrio and, you know, doing whatever you want here on the island and be really, you know, free to do whatever you want.
I agree. And it's so safe. It's just so easy. I think anyone can drive those roads. Cara, you want to say something about St. Martin about that?
I would agree. I mean, taxis are readily available, but St. Martin's so easy to navigate. I mean, it's called the Friendly Island, and it's the truth. Everybody is so friendly there. And it was super easy to drive around. So, you know, whether you want to go for a party on the Dutch side or maybe hit a beach club on the French side, it's really easy to drive around and take scenic stops to take photos. And it's just, it's super easy. I would definitely rent a car going there.
All right, maybe a final question, Christine?
Yes, we do have one more. It's which island is the best for snorkeling or diving?
Well, that's a tough one because I would say all of them are great. I'm going to let each one of you answer. Stephanie, what would you say?
Well, that's a good question. I think like each island has a very nice natural reserve. So as long as you go to the natural reserve in either one, you will have a great experience.
Thank you. And Francisco or Mahaike, would you like to add anything on that subject?
I think we can just agree that every island has its own spots, and why not then combining some day trips so you can have it all.
That's true. Francisco, you agree? Okay. All right.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, again for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed discovering the Golden Triangle, St. Martin, Anguilla, St. Barths, and all their best kept secrets. So next month, we are traveling to Costa Rica. So please reach us if you have any questions or interest in visiting St. Martin, Anguilla, and St. Barth, and we'll be happy to help you. And we're going to leave you now with a little bit of Caribbean music.
Sunny, yesterday my life was filled with rain. Sunny, you smiled at me and really means a thing. Now the dark days are done and the bright days are here. My sunny one shines so sincere. Sunny one so true, I love you.